My review and experience and tutorial of Tic Tac K.O. It is a 2 to 4 player game, ages 8 and up, and takes roughly 30 to 60 minutes to play. If you play tic-tac-toe, this game is easy to understand. However, instead of getting 3 in a row, you must follow whatever green pattern there is on your objective card. You have 3 different types of cards. The first is the character card. These cards actually go on the grid. They're basically your X's and O's in tic-tac-toe. I almost said tic-tac-K.O. But yes, they are your X's and O's, just like in tic-tac-toe. Then there are magic cards. You get to choose, instead of putting an X or O down, or a character card, you play a magic card. Magic cards swap X's and O's. They destroy an X or an O. There are instant cards. You can play these cards when it's not your turn or when it's your turn. They pretty much activate based on what is happening, and you could counter what is happening or supplement what is happening. Usually they play to stop your opponent from doing something. For example, if your opponent wants to destroy one of your character cards, your X and O's, you could play an instant card to protect your character. That's all. The game begins by picking one of 4 factions: unicorns, dragons, cute, and evil. Each team will pick one faction. Each team is of 2 players. They'll share the same deck. Will then draw 5 cards as their starting hand. If you're playing a 3-player game, then 2 players on the same team will draw 5 cards, but the player by themselves will draw 7 cards. On your turn, you will draw a card and choose a card to play on your turn, or draw another card. Teams will alternate taking turns. Now, in a 2-player game, there's a special rule. Someone could play either 1 character card, or they could play 2 magic cards, or they could just choose to draw again. Once each team picks their deck before play, they will pick up an objective card at random. They will not reveal this objective card to the other team. They will have to somehow fulfill it by filling up the green sections. Once they fulfill an objective, they will discard the cards that have fulfilled the objective and then reveal the objective card and draw another objective card to fulfill. The team to fulfill 3 objective cards wins. If a team's deck runs out, they automatically lose. If all the players have gone and they could not play anything on the grid because there's a gridlock, then all the special character cards will be destroyed. Special character cards have a special effect, while basic character cards do not. Magic card, instant cards, and character cards will be using special terms, and those terms are all defined for you in the instructions manual. I played a full 4-player game. On a 3-player game, I would get 7 cards, and each of my opponents will get 5 cards. However, my 5-year-old can't read, but he still wanted to play, and I didn't want to exclude him. So pretty much the way I did it was I had 2 hands. On the first turn, which is my turn, I would only use my hand. And when it's his turn, I would use his hand for him. And I would ask, what card does he want to play? And I'll hype him up on, look, this is the exciting new card we're going to play. And these cards look pretty cool. So sometimes you'll be like, but this card looks cool. I'll be like, okay, yeah, let's play that one, if it made sense strategically. Then my eldest daughter actually understood the game. She understood the strategies. She was really good at it. So she basically got on his team. I got on the team with my 7-year-old, and my eldest, my 9-year-old, did the same exact thing I did, and she started winning games. And what was cool was my 7-year-old, even though she was losing with me, because she played with me, she started to understand strategies. Because Unstable Games has beautiful instruction manuals and are pretty much the gold standard, both of them were able to play Unstable Unicorns later on, which is a 14+ game. So if some of your kids are too young to play and some of them are old enough to play, pair them up and they will learn teamwork. And honestly, my 5-year-old was just excited to put down cool looking unicorns on the grid. He didn't like dragons though. I don't know why. The replay value of this game is excellent. You have 4 factions if you buy both expansions. For the most part, these factions are the same. They just have special little abilities. For example, dragons tend to destroy cards, meaning they take cards off the grid and put them in the discard pile. The evil cards tend to hypnotize cards, which it turns the card on the grid upside down, and you can't score an objective card until you flipped it back up. The unicorns tend to move things around. So even if your card is in the wrong space or an enemy card is blocking you, opponent card, I don't know why I said enemy, it will swap. So while they're mostly the same, they still have their own flavor, which you could appreciate. Also, all weekend long, we played this game multiple times, and the kids and myself want to try all the decks. They want to be like, oh, let's play Cute and Evil. Then let's play Unicorns and Dragons. Then let's play Dragons and Evil. Let's play Dragons and Cute. Let's play Unicorns and Evil. Let's play Unicorns and Cute, right? So the kids not only want to try out all the factions, but they also want to try out how each faction fares against another faction. And then they get so many reps in the game, they're ready to play more complicated card games, which is awesome. So I would suggest get both expansions. However, if none of your kids could read yet, don't get the game. But if at least one kid could read, then you could pair them up with the kid that can't read, or you pair yourself up with the kid that can't read. Or if you have 2 kids that can't and 1 kid who can, the kids who can't read are paired with the people who can read. And the kids who can't read, they love the artwork. They absolutely love the artwork. My son loved this artwork, and he was like, play this card, play this card. This game works. The rules are easy to understand. And the more reps you get in the game, your kids, your young kids are going to start getting strategies. Do not explain strategies to them. And I made videos about this. They will get it. And you'll see the light behind their eyes when they get it. They're like, oh, I could do this. I could do that. Also, technically, this is my first game that you win as a team. Most other games I have, you win as an individual. One of the things this game does, it teaches your kids teamwork. And I think my kids did a lot better doing laundry as a team after they played this game. They learned how to communicate. And that's the thing about discovering strategies. The rules are easy to understand, so they got it right away. But then when they started picking up on strategies, they would start discussing the strategies, and then they would disagree, but then essentially make a compromise on strategy. And compromising is a great life skill to learn. So I highly suggest you guys buy this game, Tic Tac K.O.